guys, it's your man Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this edition of TSR Live. It is Wednesday, October 25th, 2017, and black bitches are still mad at your boy, y'all. I literally, probably about a half an hour ago, that's actually, I'm a little bit late on the air tonight, I just got a response from episode 91, which I dropped almost 3 months ago, from a girl, from a woman. She looks to be young. Her name is Taylor. There she is on your screen. And it's amazing how you always get the same response from black women. I'm the exception. You must not be fucking with the right kinds of black women. And Taylor here hits all the marks. So let's go ahead and get into what she said, and let's break this down before we get into the good stuff. So Taylor Sip. That's interesting that her screen name is Sip. It's almost like Simp. Anyway, she says, "Listen, don't you dare lump real black women in with ghetto weave wearing clueless fat hood rats. You do that and you'll lose every time." And how exactly would I lose, Taylor? Yeah, that's what I thought. Listen, again, this is just rhetoric to make yourself sound like you've won something. What, dude? Black bitches are always talking about, yeah, you'll lose every. How the fuck am I gonna lose? What, by not dating y'all? By not fucking with y'all? That's called winning, sweetheart. Let's continue. She says, "You must live in a bad area." Yep, right in the middle of the ghetto. Got crack houses right across the street there, as you can see. She continues, "Go to the suburbs, and that black women are there to die for." I know, because I've lived in the suburbs pretty much all my life. Now, let me stop right there. When a girl says, and this is game tip 101, when a girl is not definitive about something, it usually means it's not true. So this girl Taylor, and I'm using air quotes off the camera when I say this. This girl Taylor, maybe she lived in the suburbs, maybe she probably lived in the suburbs for a very short period of time. And so when she says, "I've lived in the suburbs pretty much all my life," that means she probably didn't live there very long. Then she continues. She says, "I'm in college, well-spoken, well-read in many historical topics. I volunteer. I'm natural and not toxic. I'm one of many." And this, of course, is what Taylor looks like. Now, Taylor, you don't look bad. You don't look terrible. But don't get it twisted, baby girl. You don't look good either. And trust me when I tell you... trust me when I tell you that no woman out there is worth dying for, especially not black women. Guys, this shit's the typical, you must be in an area where all the black women are bad because there are so many black women who are not the way you describe. Yet there are millions of black men out there who echo the same sentiment. There are scores of videos and scores of articles on the internet that talk exactly the same way I do. This doesn't just come from nothing, guys. Now, in her defense, Taylor is partially correct, believe it or not. There are some black women out there who are tolerable. But don't think for 1 second that black women raised in the suburbs are any less ghetto and any less angry as black women who are raised in the hood, because all y'all are the fucking same. All of y'all. And if you were different, you would not have responded so emotionally. Listen, if you were such a catch, if you were so well-spoken and this and that and the other and non-toxic, what the fuck you on YouTube responding to videos like this for? Do you think, Taylor, that I would watch a YouTube on black men who still live with their mothers, live in their mother's basements, and then go on to that video and respond with, "Well, I'm different, even though I just watched a 30-minute video about someone I'm clearly not"? Fuck no. Taylor, you are just like every other dumbass black woman who gets stopped by security here at TSR Towers. They're not letting your dumbass in just because you say you're different. Fuck out of here with that noise. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the good stuff. So yesterday, I went over 10 ways that women, American women, Western women, unknowingly sabotage their relationships here in 2017. So we're going to go ahead and continue with 10 more ways that women unknowingly sabotage their relationships with men here in 2017. So we're going to start with number 11 as a continuation from yesterday. So number 11. They take relationship advice from their single friends, their slutty friends, and friends in shitty relationships. One of the most detrimental things that women do to themselves is taking relationship advice from their friends. And not their married friends who have good marriages. No. They take relationship advice from their slutty friends, their single friends, their married friends who are cheating on their husbands, their friends who are in a new relationship every other week. Now, the reason that most women don't take advice from women who are in good relationships or are in good marriages or successful long-term relationships is because, guess what, guys? The advice that they give, that's not the advice these bitches want to hear. She asked her friends, now don't get me wrong, she went to these women in the beginning, right? She asked her friends before who are in good relationships for advice, and the advice they gave to her was difficult for her to hear and even more difficult to follow. She was told that in order to gain trust from her boyfriend, that she needed to give him access to her phone and be open and honest about her whereabouts at all times. But because girls ain't trying to hear or do that, she ends up getting advice from her other friends, the ones who cheat on their boyfriends and fuck 3 different guys a week. These girls can never say to themselves, well, why would I take financial advice from someone who's broke? Or why would I take fitness advice from a fat girl? And then equate it to, why would I take relationship from Courtney, who fucks different guys from the club every weekend? Number 12, they deny their desire to be objectified. Let me repeat that, guys. They deny their desire to be objectified. This is another feminist lie, guys. Feminism tells girls that it is bad to be objectified and that men need to respect them for so much more than their bodies. But what they don't tell these girls is that if a man isn't sexually attracted to them, he's going to bounce. So aside from getting fat, girls take exception when their boyfriends ask them to put on a thong or slutty clothes or slutty heels because they're being objectified. Newsflash, gentlemen, women love being objectified. They all do. Listen, guys, females live for male desire. They love it when men look at them like a piece of meat. They love it when men openly show that they are sexually attracted to them, and this includes their boyfriends and husbands. There's not a wife or a girlfriend alive that would not absolutely love seeing their boyfriends or their husbands' mouths water when they walk into the room wearing nothing but heels and handcuffs. They love this shit. So when a girl tells her boyfriend, OMG, I will not allow you to objectify me, he says, all right, cool. I'll just fuck your friend who thinks it's hot that I think high heels should only be pointing at the ceiling or the wall. Number 13, they watch too many rom-coms. This is similar to the social media one that I pointed out yesterday. But the difference is that rom-coms have been around a lot longer, so they have a much wider influence. When girls see these movies, they once again internalize something that isn't real. A tall, dark, and handsome male with all of the physical alpha traits who acts like a beta who absolutely can't live without them. They're too fucking stupid to realize that men who look like that are never fixated on one woman and won't follow her to the ends of the earth in a hilarious whirlwind romance filled with laughter and love. Starts tomorrow in select cities, rated R. There are so many girls out here looking for that perfect, awkward, funny, romantic chance meeting in a grocery store with a tall, tan, gorgeous, blonde-haired, blue-eyed stud, and they never get it. They never get it because life ain't the fucking movies. And even if they do find it, they don't know what to do after that. You want to know why? Because the movie ends before John Cusack and Katherine Heigl get married. Okay, it ends before they get married. They have 3 kids, they're up to their eyeballs in debt, and they hate each other because she's having an affair, he's lost his job, and their 14-year-old daughter's fucking a 32-year-old who just got out of prison for Grand Theft Auto. Then they wonder where all the good men have gone and why their lives don't go according to plan. Number 14, paralysis by analysis. So many girls out here are overthinking everything, guys. If he doesn't put a period at the end of a text, she's asking her friends what it means, or if he's cheating, or if he's not in love with me anymore. If he decides to fuck her at his place, then she wonders if she doesn't like her place anymore, or if he's fucking someone else in his apartment complex, or in his apartment or her apartment complex. Look, guys, it's always something. These kinds of girls, and this is all women on some level, they dissect anything and everything because girls have nothing better to do than to overanalyze the most inconsequential actions by their boyfriends. And when you think about something long enough, guys, especially as a woman, you'll start to find something. You will find something wrong. You'll find faults or see signs that something bad is happening. And they start doing things based on bad things that aren't really there. They literally think this stuff into existence. Now, at this point, guys, one of two things is going to happen. Either she'll end up cheating because girls never leave a relationship. They cheat their way out of them first. Or he'll end up leaving because she's acting like a fucking psycho. Paralysis by analysis, gentlemen. Every girl does this. Number 15. This is a simple one. They stop sucking dick. Listen, man, girls will never truly understand the immense pleasure a man gets when he watches a woman suck his dick. Okay? There aren't too many things in this world that are too much better than a girl on her knees stroking your dick with her mouth and pretending to like it. Now, because of this ignorance, they assume that once they have our commitment, they don't have to do it anymore. So they stop. Then they get mad and ask, "Why did you fuck my friend?" Because she sucks dick and you don't. Now get the fuck out of here. She's on her way over. TSR Live is brought to you by Happy Hippo Herbals, home of the highest quality kratom on the planet. Today's strain, I was actually going to bring it in here to show you guys. Today's strain was Mang Da Gold, which is nicknamed Sunshine Hippo, which is a fast strain. Fast strains, guys, are great for workouts because it gives you a good, clean energy without the crash. So go to happyhippoherbals.com today and save an additional 25% when you pay with Bitcoin. That's happyhippoherbals.com. And let's go to the chat here for the first time. See what's going on. Oh, there we are. I was going to say I didn't see the chat here. All right. Excellent. Deep 19. I'm going to tell you what, dude. Deep 1985 is always the first motherfucker in here. Freelance Ronin, shout out to you. TSR Live in full effect. Brandon Storeball, a new regular in the house. Good to see you in here. 247X. I haven't seen you, I think, in a couple of episodes. Not really sure. Freelance Ronin is laughing his motherfucking ass off. 247X says, yeah, just a troll in her feelings, as usual. Yeah, listen, man, these black girls who respond in this way, it's just the typical shit, man. They are literally all the same. Okay, so you're a little younger and you're not road worn yet, but you'll get there. Oh, and she's in college, which means she's already been ran through. So there you go. Unbelievable. Freelance Ronin says, all her life, how old is she? 18 at the most? I don't know. Listen, man, black people, we age very well. We always look younger than we are. I'm 40 years old. I probably look closer to 36, 37. So, yeah, she looks, I don't know, she probably looks 17, 18. She's probably 19 or 20. Who knows? And if she's 19 or 20, she's probably fucked 19 or 20 guys by now. Give or give. Yep, 247X correctly points out why she whelping like a hit dog. That's right, a hit dog always barks. That's how it works. Contrarian Expatriate, good to see you in here. He says, quote, my view on engaging with black women is encapsulated in the adage, never mud wrestle with a pig because you'll both end up dirty, but the pig loves it. That's good. I like that. That's very, very good. E. Anthony. Oh, I guess E. Anthony is Kobe Anthony. Good to see you in here. Good to see you in here. Black Gnostic Speaks in the house is not bad for a 5. Yeah, I'd put her at a 5. Maybe 5.1. Because she's not... See, she doesn't look good, but she's not ugly. I wouldn't fuck her. Fuck that. She doesn't... Dude, she doesn't look like she sucks dick. Dude, the average white girl looks like she's never met a dick she didn't want to suck. The average black girl, they look like they're allergic. Dude, black girls are allergic to cock, man. I swear to God. Like, as soon as you get your dick down there, their eyes swell up. They start coughing. Oh, I'm allergic. Yeah, you're allergic to dick, sweetie. Stand up. Gotta go. Jamaican Peppa, listening at work. Good to hear you. Good to hear you say that. Yeah, it's good that guys are listening to me at work. Dudula, Donovan, motherfucking Sharp. Man, quit using my full name. Gotta quit using my full name, man. I don't want people to know who I am. KO Fitness and Coaching says, if it ain't a white woman, it ain't the right woman. Oh, wow. That's a good one. If it ain't a white woman, it ain't the right woman. That's, yeah. Or if she's black, put her back. There we go. Ah, Aunt James is stupid. Aunt James says she looks like Lil Wayne before the Hot Boys broke. Oh my God, y'all are stupid. Yeah, she kind of does, doesn't she? She does kind of look like Lil Wayne. Back when Lil Wayne was with the Hot Boys, he actually looked like a human being. Now he looks like a fucking alien. But I tell you what, as ugly as Lil Wayne is, man, that dude has probably fucked more bitches in one day than I have my whole life. So I can't hate. Shit. Can't hate on him. Kobe Anthony says, I will fuck a fat white chick before I fuck this ugly bitch. Yeah. I wouldn't go that far. I'm not into fucking fat bitches. I don't care what color they are. You and I disagree there, Kobe Anthony. Black Gnostic Speak says, here for the weenie roast. That's good. That's good. Spider, good to see you in here. Shout out. Black Gnostic Speak says, good luck with that from a black woman. Yeah, exactly. Alan T. Alan LT, rather. Good to see you in here. Shout out to you. Black Gnostic Speak says, women start at 12 years old. Dude, they probably start younger than that. God damn. I'm telling you, man. Girls are fucking early. Man, they get started early. And you wonder to yourself, like, what, like when a girl says, I willingly lost my virginity at 11, 12, you're like, oh shit. Like there are dudes out here walking around that took an 11-year-old's virginity. That's nasty. Ugh. But the earlier they're on the carousel, the more ponies they have on their ride. Jeopardy Clark asks, what's a rom-com? It is a romantic comedy. Yes. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. D. DeLa says, yeah, these movies got these hose heads in the clouds. Yeah, man. Listen, romantic comedies is akin to pornography. Graphic, hardcore pornography for men. A man who watches pornography, when you jerk off, you're doing it to pornography 10 times out of 10, or unless you have a spank bank or something like that. But girls, pornography for men is equivalent to romantic comedy for girls. That is absolute chick porn. Chicks would rather watch it, and I'm not saying this tongue in cheek. Females in this country would rather watch a romantic comedy than to watch two good-looking people have hard sex naked on camera. I promise you. Freelance Ronin says, if they didn't like to be objectified, they wouldn't be naked upload. That's what I'm saying, man. Freak book, Facebook. Right, exactly. This is why women post pictures of their cleavage-laden tits on Facebook. Don't objectify me. Here, it's selfie. Oh, was that my nipple? Oh, my God. Fucking bitches. They're all the damn same. 247X puts it succinctly when he says, girl bye. Alan LT says, I bet all those Instagram model photographers were getting pussy left and right. You better believe it. Like, as soon as they land in Dubai, man, the guy that's taking the pictures, like, you know, beside the Lamborghini or the private jet, yeah, he's getting the ass too. Better believe it. Charles Merchant in the motherfucking house. Good to see you in here, man. Brother from another mother in the 702. Yes. Do like Freelance Ronin says. Like the video, guys. Like the video as soon as you're in here. Like the video. Kevin Samuels in the house. Good to see you in here, man. Guys, gotta check out episode 141. Kevin Samuels dropped serious knowledge in that episode, man. You guys gotta check that out. And by the way, Kevin, I'm getting a lot of reviews. Like guys are saying the general sentiment is, as they say, Donovan, I'm usually bored with fashion talk, but I really learned something. I've had several people say they're going to watch the video again, so you did a very good job this past Monday. Great episode. Episode 141. You guys got to go check that out. Dre the Great, good to see you in here. DOAP says, what is your formula for expected notch count by age? Again, Donovan. I'm going to pull up, to answer that question, I'm going to pull up the article that dropped today that I wrote on the Negro Manosphere entitled, Why Women Lie About Their Notch Counts. And the notch count formula by, the Donovan Sharp notch count formula by age. Now, I know you guys have probably heard of the rule of 3. Which states that however many girls a guy says that he has fucked, divide that number by 3. But however many dudes a girl says that has fucked her, multiply that by 3. So if a girl says I fucked 9 guys, okay, it's probably closer to 30. So the Donovan Sharp rule, the Donovan Sharp scale here, I like to call it the rule of 7. But depending on her age, it's actually a sliding scale. So if a girl is in her 20s, you multiply her number by 5. If she's in her 30s, you multiply that number by 6 or 7, depending upon her attractiveness. If she is in her 40s, you multiply that number by 8 or 9. Now, the reason it gets higher and higher is because the older they are, the more guys they have fucked. This is basic mathematics. However, if she is in her 40s and she is still mildly attractive, guys, multiply that number by at least 10. Because, dude, shitty-looking girls, 5s and 6s, they have notch counts into the triple digits. Imagine 7s, 8s, and 9s. Who are now 8s, 9s, and 10s generally sleep with a lot less guys, and that's what we would like to think. But there are some 8s, 9s, and 10s out here that are epic sluts. And you might, some of you might think, well, Donovan, that's fucking extreme, dude. If a 43-year-old woman tells me she's fucked 25 guys, there's no way there's no way that she's fucked 250 dicks. And to that, I say, keep your head in the sand. Keep your head in the sand. So that is the Donovan Sharp scale in terms of notch count for girls. Oh, we got some ratings here. Kobe Anthony gives her a 4.8. 247X says he gives her a -5. Listen, I'm not going to front. The girl's not ugly, but I wouldn't fuck her. Like, she doesn't look good. Freelance says the only black dick women suck are the ones attached to the weed man and the preacher. And sometimes they're the same person. Oh, wait a minute. Lost my place there. Charles Merchant says, black women won't hesitate to blow it if there's money on the dresser. Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm not talking about prostitutes. Listen, all prostitutes, any stripper will suck your fucking dick. It's the average everyday black woman. They're afraid of dick. They feel like they can get more. Bitch, you ain't getting shit. G. Tharo McScrooge, good to see you in here. All right, let's see. Anything else? Okay, let us continue with number 16. They try to use sex as a reward or a punishment. I remember I was fucking this girl from down in Indian Springs, which is about 45 minutes north of Las Vegas. And for the first month or so, we were solid. You know, the sex was it was above average, but the girl was hot. Like she was a smoking 9, and she was nice. She was really a nice person. She was probably an ugly duckling because girls who look like her usually aren't nice unless they were ugly as kids. Anyway, so I drove up there one night. It was either Friday or Saturday, I don't remember. And we're hanging out, and I come up behind her, I grab her tits, and I bite her neck, you know, letting her know I'm trying to fuck. So this bitch has the gall to say to me, "You haven't earned it yet." And now she laughed, okay, when she said it. And so I thought she was joking around trying to be playful. So I put my hand down her panties, maybe thinking that she wanted me to up the ante. All right, well, I'll earn the pussy by grabbing the pussy. And she wrenches away and she says, "No, I'm serious. You haven't earned it yet." So I was confused and I was like, "Are you serious?" She says, "I'm dead serious." And then she says, "You can't just waltz in here and fuck me without whining and dining me a little bit." She says, "Every time you come here, you just fuck me and you leave." And so I said to her, "Well, I ain't the whining and dining type." And I was pissed because I was ready to fucking fuck. I was going to leave there with blue balls. And she says, "Well, I guess you're not getting laid tonight." And I said, "Well, that's what you think." And I walked right out the door. Now, what this girl didn't know was that she was the side chick. I had a girlfriend at the time, and I knew that my girlfriend was coming over to my place after she got off. She worked at Planet Hollywood. So the fact that she tried to pull this bullshit on me that night didn't faze me a bit. Guys, this is the power of abundance. If you always have backup pussy, if you always have backup chicks, dude, no chick will ever have power over you. And trust and believe, this girl was hot. But dude, I knew I had pussy waiting on me in a couple hours, so I didn't sweat it. Anyway, girls try to do this shit all the time. They give it the pussy in the beginning, and then they try to take it away from you. Now, the average man would have fallen for Luce's bullshit, and that was the girl's name. Her name was Luce, and not Luce like Loose, like, you know, loose pussy, but Luz, Luce. She was Mexican. That's how they pronounce it. And just like every other, and guys, by the way, just like every other girl out there who overplays her hand with a man she knows could do without her, she's blowing up my phone all the way home. Come back. I was kidding. Why are you being stupid? I'm sorry. Blah, 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 blah. And no, I didn't turn around, and no, I didn't respond. I put her dumbass on ice for a while, texted her the next week, and oh, it's a miracle, that straightened her ass out. And she was my side chick again for another 2 months. Anyway, any other man would have stayed there and jumped through her hoops. And they would have lost all respect. They would have lost all of her respect. Now, they may have kept fucking her. But failing a shit test like that, guys, is always the beginning of the end. But five percenters, we ain't here for it. We expect the pussy every time, all the time. And when we don't get it, we bounce like a bad check to the next chick on our roster. Girls who try to weaponize sex to control men think they always fuck things up in their relationships. And this, once again, guys, it's probably because one of her slutty friends told her to do this, to pull this ploy to gain control of their relationship. Stupid bitches, man. Number 17. They grossly overestimate their value. Now, lost my place here. Now, this is where feminism leads girls astray again. Girls think that because they're more valuable in a reproductive sense, and they are, eggs are expensive, sperm is cheap, that they're more valuable in a relationship sense. And all girls figure this out the hard way at some point or another, and it usually starts the first time a guy they actually likes kicks them to the curb. When girls get fat, it's because they overestimated their value. When girls stop sucking dick, it's because they overestimated their value. When girls stop making an effort to act like a lady, it is because they have overestimated their value. And the fucked up thing is that all a girl has to do to maintain her value to a man is stay fit, cook for him, represent him well in public, don't get out of pocket, don't disrespect him, suck his dick, and give him the pussy. That's it. Okay, we're not asking you to build rockets. We're not asking you to operate on brains. That's not difficult compared to what we as men have to do to maintain our value to women, which encompasses a hell of a lot more than looking good, cooking good, and fucking good. But today's females think that all they have to be is there. And her boyfriend, and that her boyfriend will thank his lucky stars that he is so blessed to be graced by her very presence. But because that's what feminism tells them. Then she gets dumped for the eighth time in 8 months. She wonders what went wrong. Girls, if you're listening to this, girls have to understand that pussy doesn't equal commitment. Pussy gets you in the door, okay? The rest gets you my time and attention, and females think that they shouldn't be required to do any of this stuff, and unfortunately for them, they sabotage their relationships in this way before it even starts. Number 18. They try too hard. Oh, I misspelled too. Ooh, I look like an ignorant motherfucker. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, my bad on that misspelling, guys. Anyway, they try too hard to avoid being labeled as needy. This one we can actually blame on female magazines and relationship experts, which are obviously feminist inspired, but, it manifests itself into these relationship experts and these women. Red Book, Cosmopolitan, blah, 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 blah. Every time you see Cosmopolitan, it's never, try to be a good woman, try to cook for him. It's, blow his mind with another blowjob or 18 sex positions that will knock us off. It's always something stupid like that. Like, dude, women can't be good at sex. There's no skill in getting fucked. Come on, man. Anyway, women are consistently told that being needy is a bad thing because it makes them look weak and it will scare guys away. Wrong on both counts. As men, we don't mind needy females. Females need guidance. They need protection from danger and themselves. They need us not to feed into their emotional shenanigans. They need our strength. They need us to keep them from self-destructing. They need us to demand their best and hold them accountable. They need us to put shit together. They need us to carry heavy objects. They need us to fix their cars or hook up their cable. So in that regard, needy women are a good thing, especially when they can acknowledge to themselves that they need these things from men. Needy, by these people, is being mischaracterized as high maintenance. The bitch who needs reassurance every half an hour that you don't have one foot out the door. The chick who needs constant validation of her attraction because they ask shit like, "Are you still attracted to me?" after you fucked her 3 times in less than an hour. The girl who insists on bringing you to meet her friends to show them that you're not a make-believe boyfriend. What ends up happening is that girls end up trying to do everything themselves to keep themselves from being the wrong definition of needy. You offer to bring her groceries up to her apartment? No thanks, I got it, while her face turns purple halfway up the fucking stairs. You tell her you'll put together the bookshelf she just brought? Nope, I got it. I don't want you to feel obligated. If you offer to fix her swamp cooler because it's 170 degrees in her house and she tells you not to worry about it and that she'd rather pay someone $200 to do what you could do in 5 minutes, same deal. At some point, men say to themselves, men of value say, "What the fuck does she need me for?" And we end up ghosting on them. Number 19. This is a big one. They assume they don't have to proactively build trust. This is where most women end up fucking up the most because they foolishly believe that a man who fucks them also trusts them. They think that if a man is sticking his dick in her on the regular and decides he might want to spend time with her outside of fucking, like he might want to hang around after he shoots his load in her face, that they don't have to proactively build trust. Now, back in the day, women didn't have to do this. There wasn't nearly as much temptation as there is today, okay? Females didn't have devices that could summon a dozen cocks right to her location with a few swipes and a few taps, okay? So when they started dating a man, the trust was already in place. But what girls don't understand is that today's men are keenly aware of how easy it is for them to be hoes. We know how easy it is for them to cheat. Oh, slut tell number 1, she owns a smartphone. That's the very first slut tell. And for this reason, women don't realize that they have to proactively build trust with a man of value, a 5%er. Guys, I'm not talking about your everyday clueless beta who assumes every woman is honest and virtuous. Guys, those dudes are a dime a dozen. I'm talking about men who have options, men who can come and go as they please and not give a second thought to dumping a bitch if she gets out of pocket regardless of how hot she is. Those are the men that require women to proactively build trust. So when a girl wonders why her boyfriend just dumped her out of the blue, she'd do well to think back on the many times he asked her who she was texting and she responded with, "Don't you trust me?" Or she just flat out lied to him, not knowing that he knows what girls like her are really like. Number 20. They push for commitment before building their value. This is sort of a number 17B in that they overestimate their value. So they assume that they deserve a 5%er to commit to them long term. Now, the biggest mistake bitches make in these cases is that they act like they're entitled to commitment just because they look good and they let them fuck her for a few weeks. They actually believe this. Now, again, the average man, all right, the 95%er, the man with no red pill awareness would succumb to her pressure. But a man of value, guys, I'm telling you right here, absolutely, positively will not tolerate a woman who feels entitled to his commitment for the sole reason that she opens up her legs for him and that she acts this way. He knows that women turn bitchy as soon as she moves in. He knows that women like her turn bitchy as soon as he puts a ring on it. So when females like this push for commitment before they've actually paid their dues by being feminine, by being kind, by staying in shape, by sucking his dick, by giving him the pussy on command, cooking for him, putting his needs before hers, and does it for an extended period of time, meaning at least a year, they get dropped like the basic ass bitches they are. It's a bitch, ain't it? So as we round for third and head for home, let's check the chat one last time here. I got to scroll all the way up. God damn. Woo, look at that. All right, very good. Oh, wait a minute. All right. John Creasy says, no such things as black relationships anymore, just hookups of various lengths. Black women need super masculine men because they have so much more testosterone, but masculine men don't want them. Yeah, that is a very that's a very good point. Anti-gravity 74. Good to see you in here. Shout out to you. Aunt James says they call each other bro like they're dudes. Are you serious? That's not cool, man. Wow. Wow. See, I don't fuck with black chicks anymore, so I don't know these things. D. DeLa says, oh, if only there was a pussy speedometer. No, there's actually a pussyodometer. It's called the Hofax. And listen, man, if you want, listen, girls can't roll back the odometer, guys. They can't. As soon as and again, you use the Donovan Sharp notch count scale. I might actually do a show on the Donovan on the notch count scale. You apply the Donovan Sharp notch count scale. All you have to do is, you know what? I might be doing some math here. Let me think. Here we go. And I'm just spitballing here. I'm thinking that the Donovan Sharp notch count scale should be a woman's age, okay? A woman's age subtracted by their a woman's scale minus her rating divided by 2, and then you multiply the number. So if it's a 25-year-old 8, so 25 minus 8 is what? I'm not a mathematician. What? 17. All right. You divide 17 by 2. That's 7.5. So if a 25-year-old 8 tells you that she's fucked 10 guys, guess what? She has fucked probably 70 guys. There we go. I like that. A woman's age, subtract her rating, divide that by 2, multiply by the number of guys she tells you she's fucked. I love it. D. DeLa, I'm going to give you partial credit on that. We're not going to call it the pussy speedometer. We're going to call it the pussy odometer. So we're going to call it. Ooh, Kobe Anthony says they start riding the cock carousel at 10. God damn. I hope not. That's fucking nasty. Oh, that's nasty. That's gross. That is gross. Oof. Black Gnostic Speak says, I wish pussy came with an odometer, right? Right? Show me the Hofax. 247X says, you Donald Trumped her? Yeah, listen, man, like I grabbed her pussy and she was like, no, you gotta wine and dine me. All right, bet. I'm out. She fucking texted me, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was just joking. Why are you acting like this? Bitch. Put that bitch on ice. She came running. And you know, the funny thing is, guys, is when I went back to her, when I texted her, took up with her, I think I went out there on a Saturday night, and she kept getting these text messages from somebody. And I told her, and I don't get jealous. I'm like, look, turn your fucking phone off. When you're with me, you're on my time. Turn your fucking phone off. You're going to respect my time. She's like, no. She's like, it was actually a guy I flaked on. I was like, what? She's like, yeah. She's like, I was going to, he got my number at whatever store, and we were supposed to meet up tonight, but I flaked on him because you were coming over. So, again, guys, be the guy that girls flake on guys for. If a girl flakes on you, chances are she's got dick on standby. Dude, I can't tell you how many times a girl has told me, yeah, I was going to meet up with such and such, but I flaked on him because you were coming over. And they just keep it real. Anytime a girl flakes, it's a dude like me fucking her in her ass. Straight up. Be that guy. Be that guy. Be the guy that girls flake on people, on other guys for. I've been that guy plenty of times. Timo Teo, good to see you in here. Haven't seen you in before. Good shout out to you. He says, I agree. You have to be harder on the hot ones than the girls in the 6 range. Hotties are used to getting their way. Guys, listen. Timo Teo 4 is speaking the motherfucking truth. Guys, listen. If you want to date or even be fuck buddies with a 9 or a 10, guys, you need airtight game. Dude, you gotta be rock steady. I'm talking about hardcore frame, because dudes, when these girls smell blood in the water, dude, they will shit test you with the fury of 1,000 suns, and you gotta pass them all. And if you don't, guess what? She's sucking some dude's dick before she even gets out of the county. Oh, God. I used to have the patience for that stuff with hot girls because they're hot, but, man, I'm going to tell you what. All right. Aunt James says if it was a pussyodometer, most chicks would have rental car highway miles, right? A lot of them have that. A lot of them would look like cars that have been used off road, because that's what most pussy looks like these days any goddamn way. Gravity 1974 says, Donovan followed your advice, and now I got a starter hoe and another girl in the pipeline. There you go. That's how it works. $247X says, delusions of grandeur. Absolutely. Absolutely. 247X says, can't do needy women anymore. It's like looking after a child. 247X, I think what you have to realize is that when you are in a relationship of any sort with any woman, you have to treat her like a child, man. You absolutely have to. Like, you really listen, dude, my girl had a oh my God, my girl had a meltdown of epic proportions last night. You gotta learn how to mitigate that shit. You know, you can't expect a girl listen, women are overgrown children, no matter how old they are. You have to understand, sometimes they're just gonna act like kids. They're gonna throw fits. They're gonna act like spoiled children. You gotta be there to spank them on the butt, spank them on the hand, and say, hey, fall in line. This is how it goes. And listen, I understand if you don't have the patience to do it, dude, you're not getting any hate from me, man. It is, guys, it is hard work keeping a woman in line in this day and age. It really is. So, I can't say I blame you. DOAP says, what would you do when a chick flakes on you? You don't call or text them back. That's it. Oh, a black says, second chance, put them on ice. Okay, all right. So, let's see here. Let's say, listen, I'll put it this way. If a chick flakes on you the very first time on the very first meetup, you never talk to her or text her again. Fuck that. Like, seriously, no, get out of here. Oh my God, I can't make it. Don't even respond. I don't even respond. I forget about it. I delete her number, whatever. If you fucked her twice, if you have fucked her at least, I would say twice, she can't flake on you the first, second, or third time. That's my rule. If she flakes on you the first time, you never talk to her again. If you fuck her and then you make plans and she flakes on you, never talk to her again. If she flakes on you the third time, I would say at that point, put her on ice. Go radio silent and then maybe check back in a couple of days. That'll teach your ass a lesson. Oh, a black, he clarifies. I mean flaking as in texting you an hour before a meeting, or flake as in not showing up. Yes. Well, no, that's being stood up. And if you are ever stood up by a woman, which means no call, no show, no text, no show, don't fuck with her anymore. That's a shit test. And if you ask her, where were you? What happened? Dude, she was getting ass fucked by her ex-boyfriend, and no, she's not attracted to you because you texted her. Listen, man, you guys have to understand, just because you get a woman's phone number does not mean she wants to fuck you, all right? Listen, maybe she's on her period. Maybe she's going through a breakup. Maybe she needed validation. Maybe your game was tight at that very moment, and you had her hypnotized, and then as soon as she came out of her trance, she said, holy shit, like, I really do love my boyfriend, or I love my husband. I'm not going to fuck this guy. You just never know, man. You never know. But for whatever reason, if they flake, don't call them back. Fuck that. If you fucked her a couple of times and she doesn't show, then she's got to go. All right? But if you fucked her a couple of times and she texts you an hour before you guys are supposed to meet up, okay, tell her back, say cool, put her on ice for, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 days and then check back in. That's what I would do. That's going to do it for this episode of TSR Live. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Donovan_Sharp. Do not forget to like the video. Add me on Facebook, guys. Do a search for Donovan Sharp, and do not forget to bookmark the Amazon link at the top of my homepage and do all your Amazon shopping through that link to support the show at no cost to you. Talk to you tomorrow, guys.